what is it about the space that, I mean, even Vivint, in particular, that gets you excited?
I'm passionate about offering people peace of mind, and our motto has been proudly protecting families. From what I've seen over the years, there's a need for just about everyone out there to have some additional safety and peace of mind in their home.
Welcome into the Independent Thinking Podcast. This is your host, Rob Stott. During our time down there in Nashville for Nationwide's PrimeTime event, we had the chance to get some FaceTime with a bunch of our new vendor members who were there in Nashville and at PrimeTime for the first time with Nationwide. So one of those vendors that we had the chance to sit down with for an Independent Thinking Podcast was Vivint, and a name that is very familiar. If you follow the smart home, connected home, and home security space, Vivint is a name that should certainly ring a bell. And we had the chance there to sit down with Rick Bassett, who's the enterprise sales director for Vivint, to talk about the brand, some of the things they've got coming down the pike, what excites him about this space, about the home security space and working with Vivint. And then also, too, obviously, what excites him about working with Nationwide's members. So a lot to say. Rick had a lot to say and some insights to share and some opportunities we discussed, about what our retailers, what independent retailers can do to position Vivint and effectively sell this product as a package. So plenty to dive into, so let's just go ahead and do it. So this is Rick Bassett from Vivint on the Independent Thinking Podcast. All right, we are back here on the Independent Thinking Podcast, coming to you from PrimeTime in Nashville, and real excited right now. Got a new vendor partner sitting down with us, Mr. Rick Bassett, Director of Enterprise Sales for Vivint. Appreciate you taking the time. I know it's not that far of a walk from where you are, but appreciate you taking the time, stepping off the show floor, and spending some time with us.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So first PrimeTime for you guys, what's the experience been like?
It's been amazing. We're so glad to be here. Love the Nationwide members so far, and been warm welcome. We've had some success and plan to keep that going. So it's met our expectations. Wish we would have done this sooner. Yeah.
Glad to have you here now that that you are here. For those before we dive into the brand, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got to Vivint, your path to Vivint, and sort of your little background on you.
Sure. Yeah. I started with Vivint all the way back in 2005, knocking doors.
Wow.
Vivint largely started as a door to door, go and find customers where they're at, and it works. There's a certain hustle to that I respect, from Utah, and got recruited there, and then transitioned to different roles in Vivint, and just loved what the company has to offer. I believe in the product, the people behind it. I respect the owners and what they've done. So, I've been loyal. They treat me well. They treat their customers well. It's something I can be proud of and set my parents up with and my siblings. That's important when it comes to sales. And
set a podcast host up with it too, right? What's a podcast host got to do? Get set up with some Vivint.
That's right. Yeah.
No, what is it about the space that, I mean, even Vivint, in particular, that gets you excited?
Yeah, I'm passionate about offering people peace of mind, and our motto has been proudly protecting families. Again, I think from what I've seen over the years, there's a need for just about everyone out there to have some additional safety and peace of mind in their home. We spend so much time there. I am there with my family constantly. More important even than protecting our things and our property is the people. When I'm away, such as this, at an event, it gives me peace of mind knowing if something were to go, sideways, I get notified. Police, fire department can be on their way. Neighbors can be called. So, even for example, the doorbell camera. Someone comes to our front door. 9 times out of 10, it's just an Amazon package being delivered, right? But it's neat to see if it is somebody I don't recognize, or the neighborhood kids are coming over to our house again. I know, okay, there's 10 kids at my house right now. So just being connected that way to the home, it's really nice. And again, I think with each year that goes by, from what I've seen in my 15 years, there's more of a need for that peace of mind and creating a safe space in your home, not less. I only see this industry continuing to grow, and it's neat to see where it's evolved, obviously, from just basic security to smart home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I feel like if you don't know Vivint, I don't know where you've been living, but for those that don't, how would you kind of describe where the brand fits in that smart home ecosystem, and kind of, what separates it and distinguishes you guys from others in the market?
Yeah. So for a long time, it was ADT, and then we came on the scene in 1999 and have grown very rapidly, 1.7 million customers now. And the customers are loyal to Vivint. They stay with us past their initial agreement, which is good. It means we're doing something right on the service side. It's a quality brand that people have come to trust. We're not just trying to get a quick buck, and we realize that treating customers right in the long run is what's going to benefit everyone and create referrals and all that. Where we fit in the smart space is back in around 2011, we started to introduce smart devices, that are controlled from an app on a smartphone. Smartphones have come on the scene in around 2007. Hopefully this mic cuts out a lot of the
benefits of doing live show interviews.
Yeah.
This is what we do. We make it work, though.
We're rocking out. We're rocking out here. So we really pioneered those smart devices that you can control from one app. Okay, ADT kind of got in the space. Google, Apple, Amazon, they've introduced Alexa and Google Home, right? And then Google bought Nest and Amazon bought Ring, etc. Right? So there's cameras, there's voice control. Where we're different is you can control all of those peripherals, all those devices from one app, right? Very, very simple. And people want that convenience. I don't want to pull up 3 or 4 different apps, to control my camera, my garage door controller, my thermostat, my security system. No thanks.
Right.
So we're trying to minimize it, make it a very good, simple, like I said, seamless experience. The app has like a 4.6 star rating on the App Store, so we're proud of that. And the idea here is, again, the main way you interact with your smart home system, because the question was, how do we see ourselves fitting in the smart home space, right? Is from your smartphone.
Right.
We do integrate with voice control devices. You can say, hey, Alexa, turn on my lights. And through the Vivint system that's integrated, hey, Alexa, close my garage door. Hey, Alexa, arm my system. You can do that. Most of the time, people from their smartphones are adjusting the temperature, checking on their cameras, turning it on and off. Come home from vacation, you can turn that temperature up or down, depending on the season. You can set your system to when you get home, right? The garage door is going to open, the lock's going to unlock, the system's going to disarm, the lights can... So that's really where we're at and where we're going is, the sci-fi movies where welcome home. I'm thinking of Minority Report, but welcome home, so-and-so, and it adjusts to your settings, and it tries to anticipate also what's your comfort levels.
No, cool to see the tech nerd at the core of who I am, so I love to see these things, kind of how they've evolved so rapidly, in just a few years, and how seamless the technology has become as well. So it's neat to follow and see kind of what you guys have done. Turning the focus nationwide in our members, what excites you about being able to work with this space and Nationwide's network of independent retailers?
Yeah, absolutely. So how to sell Vivint, right? Many of the members have retail locations, and we have demo boards that we can set up that displays the products. Also, you can just pull up a demo app and show customers, hey, look, you can see your cameras right here. What's neat about those cameras is they're motion activated and they have a deter mode, where if a lurker or somebody is coming up to your car, let's say on your driveway, that outdoor camera is going to whistle at them and shine a little red light, and they're going to split. Okay, so in the words of Snoop Dogg, if you've seen those commercials, right? Recording crime's nice, preventing it's better.
Yeah.
And so, starting at that perimeter. So that's one of the main ways that people are sparking an interest in home security, is with those new cameras, especially with that deter mode. That's a lot of people don't know about that. It's a game changer. Works really well. Another thing Snoop Dogg says is there's a lot of hassle that goes into security. For those that are trying to do DIY or sell it or install it, service it. Let Vivint handle that hassle. Take the hassle out of it. Again, that's something he says in his commercials. But pass that hassle to us. We'll take care of the customers. So you can simply, when you're selling your core products, you can ask, now what are you doing for security, right? We have a preferred partnership with Vivint. We're able to get you a special offer. That offer right now is a free doorbell camera, which is a $250 camera. So we'll cover the cost of that. Again, the installation and the cost of that doorbell camera is free right now as a promotion. We're going to continue that for the foreseeable future, because it's our device that has the highest NPS scores. People interact with it the most because of how often the front door, has a touch point.
Yep.
It starts there at the front door, and then you can simply pass that lead, transfer that call to our sales trained agents. They're going to take them through that sales process. It is an involved process, 15-20 minutes. We want to meet them where they're at on their needs, make sure that we're filling a need and tailoring the system to them, right? Are they more concerned about security when they're home or away? Who else are we protecting there in the home, right? Teenagers versus toddlers. There's lots of different use cases. Carbon monoxide, fire protection, medical alert. We do the medical pendants as well. So we can really customize that system. We sell it. We schedule that install. We have professional technicians that are in-house, right? And we will install it. We cover that installation, set up that appointment, follow up with the customers. Once they're installed, we will provide ongoing support as far as warranty, service trips, monitoring, which is essentially, when we need to get a hold of the authorities, whether it's police, fire,
right.
Send them out to the residents, call them on their cell phone, call the customer, call their neighbors, etc. So that's ongoing monitoring. Again, leave the hassle to us. What you get paid, right, as a Vivint dealer, as a nationwide member, we've negotiated that on average you're going to make about $600 for one of those installs. Wow. Okay. Again, our customers are happy with their service. Stick with us. Doesn't really matter for you in the long run. We'll pay you, and then we'll assume that ongoing, risk of the customer not being happy. And again, we're confident that we offer a product and have the team behind it to be able to take care of those people.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, being able to say, our members are able to partner with a brand that has the standing in the space that a Vivint does, and cool to see that. Nice, awesome to see this partnership come together. And I know you and Eric have done a lot of work to make this happen, so we're excited to see you guys here. Moving forward, a lot to be excited about. Obviously, right now. What about in the next, as we continue to move forward? What excites you about the possibilities here with Nationwide and this segment of independent retailers?
Yeah, absolutely. So being here for our first one, right? We've signed up about 40, Nationwide members so far that we have plans to reach out to, and we'll be in contact, hopefully get you going. Again, we do have dealers through DSI, right? We're partners with DSI. Most of you are familiar with them. And that, you get the $600 per Vivint install. So we have dealers who are installing over 100 a month Vivint systems. So,
wow.
There's quite a bit of revenue there. Even if getting started, you're setting up 10, right, in a month that get installed. Right, that's not bad. $6,000, and you're still selling core products and attaching, things that people are interested in, like we've talked about. As a cross opportunity there. So we'd love to partner with as many many of these members as we can, retail locations. Again, we can get you set up with the demo boards, get you training. We'll provide that. We'll provide the ongoing support. DSI will be there for all that support and accountability as well. So yeah.
No, that's awesome. Well, Rick, I took up, I think, enough of your time. We had music for you. I hope you enjoyed that, in the middle of all this. And just how excited we are, Happy to have you, like I said, and want to let you get back to it on the show floor and get more of them members signed up, because this is an awesome program, and like I said, look forward to seeing how it continues to grow. So Appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome, and thanks again to Rick for taking the time, his first prime time, there with us in Nashville, and so kindly stepping away from his booth to find us and chat about what's going on with Vivint. So a cool program. We're excited to see where that heads and how our members take advantage of it. So such an important space, the smart home space, and then of course security within. So cool to see them there and get some hands-on time with their product, and excited to have them and look forward to seeing them again. So as always, appreciate you listening to the Independent Thinking Podcast, and we will catch you next time.